Welcome back to my channel. It's been very long since I uploaded any video, but I found one subject very interesting. So I came up with another video. The subject we are going to discuss today is the fine structure of number 37. The second topic being why horse became symbol of PIE and unicorn rhinoceros symbol of IVC. We all know that horse holds a central, the most important position in the Aryan civilization, or the PIE from which the Aryan civilization came. Basically the nomadic tribes that came from Yamnaya area of Russia, the steppes of Russia, who are supposed to be the first Proto-Indo-Europeans, who later spread to the Europe and India also. So that's why we call it Indo-European civilization. And also, we also know that the symbol of Indus Valley civilization is the unicorn. Even children today, they play with unicorn. Unicorn and rainbow are supposed to be the symbols of a higher reality, where everyone is so happy, and the civilization was supposed to be a lot more happier. But that has other connotations also, which are not very good. But the thing is, definitely unicorn is the symbol of joy for children. Anyway, so let us see the importance of the number 37. Number 37 is the, according to me, it is the basis of all fine structures. Let us look at this cube. Let us suppose this length from here to here is 1 unit. This breadth from here to here is 1 unit. The height from here to here is 1 unit, single unit. So we can represent this cubical structure by number 111. This is called a BCC structure, like a cubical based units of cube it represents, and it is called BCC is body centered cube. So that BCC, this BCC, if the length, breadth and height are all one single unit, then we can represent it by the number 111. So now let us see what 111 is. 111 is, it looks like a prime number at the outset, but it is not a prime number. In fact, 111 divided by 3 gives you 37. So that's the importance of 37. So if you take 3 37s, you will get 111. Similarly, if you go on multiplying 37 with, we took 3, we got 111, and let's take 6. Now it is 2, 2, 2. Now let's take 9. It is 3, 3, 3. And let's take 12. It is 4, 4, 4. Let us take 15. 5, 5, 5. Let us take 16. Not 16, 18. It is 6, 6, 6. And next is 21. I am just taking numbers that differ by 3. Okay, so 777, and now after 21, 24, 888, after 24, 27 is 999, and 30 is, 30 is 1110, right? So what we observed here is that 37 multiplied by 3, always multiples of 3 gives you 111, 222, 333, 444, 555, and so on, right? So the important thing you need to remember here is, let us say, if you take 1837s, if you take, we will get number 666, which is, of course, I will explain later. And remember one more number. This is, if you take 24 times 37, you will get 888. So why I showed you this, and what is the significance of these numbers? Let us see. The fine structure of number 37, as I told you, is it's very important. Multiplied by 18, you will get the number 666. What is number 666? 666 is the number of the beast, as we call the Satan, or whatever, devil, or whatever name you call him by, the Antichrist. His number is 666. But it's not just that. In the olden days, the number 666, as I always tell you, represents the Cronus, or the Greek god Cronus. He is called Saturn in Roman mythology, and elsewhere by other names, Enki in Sumerian mythology, such equivalent names. So it doesn't matter. What matters is, the Romans used to call it Saturn. Saturn meaning the planet of Saturn. The Romans believed that Saturn was the greatest king who basically blessed humanity with his knowledge. They think that he is the one who introduced cultivation, farming, and he is the one who introduced the seasons, and how to cultivate, how to grow the grains, food grains, and all. So Saturn was held in very high pedestal. Uh, so he was considered the highest god. So, but we all know that according to the Greek mythology, Saturn is called Cronus in Greek mythology. Cronus, and in Sumerian, some other, in Egyptian mythology, he is called Geb. Geb is the snake god. He is called the snake god. So basically, somehow Cronus represents the beast. I don't know how they related to him, but I have one example to justify that Cronus was considered kind of represented like a beast, because in Greek mythology, Cronus is the youngest son of Uranus, the sky god. Gaia, the earth mother, Mother Earth, as Uranus was stuffing her innards with numerous children that Uranus had with her. She was having pain, so she asked Cronus, her youngest son, to kill his father. In the sense, not exactly kill, she gave him a sickle and asked him to castrate his father. So Cronus, the youngest Titan, obliged his mother, and he cut off his father's genitals. They fell into the ocean, and from that the goddess Aphrodite was born in some, according to some versions. So he literally cutting off genitals is in a way stopping the sky god from having further children. That's what it means, literally. Okay, no, it's not literally cutting off genitals. Anyway, so he killed his father, and while dying, Uranus cursed Cronus, "You have killed me, so will your children kill you. As you sow, so you reap," kind of. So, since you killed me, you will also be killed by your own children. So, Cronus was so afraid that his own children will kill him. He strongly believed that his own children will kill him. That he, after every child was born to him and his wife Rhea, he gobbled them up. He swallowed the children. All his children he swallowed. But the last one, Rhea saved the last child, and in place of the child, she gave a stone to Cronus. Cronus swallowed that stone, thinking that it was Zeus, the last child. Zeus grew up elsewhere in Crete or somewhere, so the island of Crete in Greece, I think. He grew up somewhere, and he grew up strong enough to fight his own father, and he fought with his father Saturn. He defeated his father along with his other Olympian siblings. Um, Basically, how he does that is he gives some drugged drink to Cronus. After drinking that drink, Cronus vomits all the children that he swallowed earlier. So the other five, literally the 11 children or whatever, I don't know. I mean, there are 12. Cronus has 12 children, 5 males, 5 female, 6 males and 6 females, and he omits all of them, uh, and they come out and join Zeus in fighting Cronus. So Zeus, some of the Hecatoncheires and the Cyclops, the children of Uranus, also join Olympians, and they forge their tools. The Cyclops forge the what do you call the lightning rod for Zeus as weapon, the trident for Poseidon, and the helmet for Hades. So those all those weapons they forge, and with the help of those weapons, they defeat Cronus and imprison Cronus in the Tartarus. Tartarus is the hell, the fiery place. Yeah, because basically it is the abyss, the lowest part of the world. So that is the history. So now, a guy who killed his own father on behest of his mother, of course, and who killed or swallowed his own children, how can you call him a great king or highest authority, God. So, in a way, in Egyptian mythology, he is called Geb, and Geb is also known as the snake god. So that is just, I think, a symbolism which symbolizes that the snake eats its own children. So that is why they call the Geb the snake god, because Cronus ate his own children. And later, there is a god called the Canaanites worshipped a god called Molech. Molech has two horns and he looks like a bull. And he is seated on a high seat, a very big statue. Before that statue, they used to sacrifice their children. So that is the beast. I think that is why he was called beast, and I am damn sure that the number 666 represents Cronus. And the other way to explain this 666 is it's in a different way. 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube. 3 cube is moon, 4 cube is sun, 5 cube is Betelgeuse. All these three together come up to make 6 cube, which is nothing but the Cronus. I mean, 6 cube can be represented by Cronus. These being the children, the other 3, 4, 5 cubes were being the children. So altogether he gobbled them up and he was a 666. The other way is so as I told you, now we'll come to another aspect of the same thing. Many is, let us say 37 into 18, if you take 666. This is the, so 18 times 37 if you take, it will give you total of 666. Why I'm telling you about this is 18. Now let us go to a literal letters of English alphabets, which are basically 18th letter of English alphabets is letter R. And why I am explain the thing is those who worship, let us say 666, can be called RENs. RENs in the sense the 18, the 36 is the basic unit of fine structure. So 18 fine structures if you take, that will make 666. So we can call the people who worship 18 fine structures can be called Aryans, because 18 is a letter R in English alphabets. Similarly, if you take letter X in English alphabets, then we will have X is basically X is basically 24. So how to cancel this? Yeah, X is 24. X is 24 into 37 if you take 888. Most of the in most of the religions, Christ is represented by 888 also. Even in Indian Hindu mythology, Lord Krishna is associated with number 8. So 888 could be Christ, because the 24th letter, English letter is X. So X is nothing but the symbol of Christ, right? Xmas. When we say Xmas, it is Christmas, right? So so the X the if 18, those who worship the 18 times 37 can be called our ends. Uh, the people who worship 24 times 37, the same superstructure, can be called Xians. Xians, in the sense, in other words, X is represents Christ, so Christians. So the fight has always been before Emperor Constantine. Rome was called actually Saturnia. Saturnia. So Rome was the capital of people who worshipped Cronus or Aryans. Why I'm saying this is when we say Aryans, we what type of people come to your mind? It is generally understood that they are blonde with blue eyes and heavy structure, right? That is how people envisage them. But it is not entirely so. Because if you look at the Indian history, Indian mythology, all the gods of India, right from Shiva, Krishna, Rama, all were black. Yet in Ramayana, Rama is addressed as Aryaputra. How a black guy can be called Aryaputra because the general concept, at least that of the latter day Aryans, the so-called Nazis, Nazis, their theory was that the Aryans came from Nordic region. They were blonde and they had blue eyes and heavy build. I differ from them. In my opinion, Aryans are the ones who worship 1837s. The superstructure, the fine structure of 37, if you take 18 times of that superstructure, that gives you 666. And in my opinion, whether it is they are neither black nor white nor anything, but the people who worshipped 666, whether they are black, white, yellow, 3 cube, 4 cube, 5 cube, whatever they are, they belong to, whether they belong to the children of Ham, Shem, and Japhet, all the three could be Aryans. The criteria that sets them apart, the ones who are called Aryans are the ones who worship 666. It is not the number, only the whites could be Aryans. It is not so because it's clearly evident from Indian epics, Ramayana and Mahabharata. All the gods were black. Actually, Shiva, Krishna, Rama, all were black. So how could they be Aryans? And in the epics, it is clearly mentioned that Rama was an Aryan. Rama is addressed as Aryaputra. So the son of Arya is Aryan. So the real definition of Aryans is the one Romans, basically. You can say erstwhile Saturnia, whoever lived in Saturnia and worshipped the pagan gods like sun, moon, Betelgeuse, and all those natural elements who worship the natural elements, the pagan gods. Pagans worshipped nature, right? Natural elements. So those guys, the pagans who ruled before Constantine, Emperor Constantine, were Aryans. called Aryans. And opposed to them, who worshipped Christ after Christ was born, uh, uh, who worshipped Christ were called the Christians. The difference being Aryans worshipped 18 times 37, 666, very slight difference basically, and the Christians worshipped uh, 24 times 37, the superstructure, or 888. 888 represents Krishna in Hindu mythology, and the same could be uh, same guy could have been called Christ in the Christian mythology, religion. So that is a difference between these Aryans and Christians, and these two were from the beginning. They were against each other, at each other's throats. While the difference is not at all um, uh, related to color, race, or anything. It's just the worshippers of 666 were called the Aryans, and the worshippers of 888 were who came later. Actually, Christ was born very late, right? So after Christ was born, those who worshipped Christ, who is later version, right? Let's say is 666. After 666, we have 777, and then we have 888 after that, right? So it's just an evolution. In the evolutionary phase, whoever was born later was called the Christ, 888, represented 888. And also the number of chromosomes also has something to do with it, I think. Uh, but anyway, who worshipped 24 times 37 were called Christians, who worshipped 18 times 37 were called Arians. According to me, I mean, I'm not saying it is authentic, but that is a possibility, because the reason why I say this is uh, as opposed to the opinion that Aryans are only white, blonde, blue-eyed. Uh, the very opposite is observed in Indian mythology. In Indian mythology, all the gods were mostly the highest gods. Shiva, Rama, and Krishna were black. So even they were addressed as Aryaputras, and I mean the sons of the Aryan race. So that this could be the real criteria is 18. The key is 18, the letter R, and the key for Christians is the letter X, which is the 24th letter. Yeah, the pagans were uh, uh, Aryans, became Aryans, I think, and the later version of human beings became the Christians. And what Constantine did was basically he retained all the pagan traditions and converted them into Christian traditions. If you observe Rome today, Vatican today, everywhere you will find the symbol, the solar symbolism, the solar worship. The basically obelisk in the center of St. Peter's Square is an obelisk which represents solar worship, right? So basically, that is a pagan symbol. So, as far as I'm concerned, the Roman Catholic Church is pagan, and the Protestant Reformist Church, the Protestant Church, is basically Christian. Yeah. Uh, and also, coming to the next second subject, why horse became symbol of PIE and unicorn rhinoceros. became symbol of IVC. So, just now I told you that the pagans worshipped sun. In the Egyptian mythology, Osiris dies and Mary conceives a child after his death. He is called Horus, nothing but who is nothing but the sun god. And same story we have in Akkadian mythology where Nimrod dies and his wife Semiramis uh, impregnates herself with a golden rod and she has a child called Tammuz. Yeah, so that's a very similar. So Tammuz is supposed to be the sun. So Nimrod is Osiris, so Semiramis is Isis, and Isis or Mary, or and Tammuz is the sun god. So there's a lot of importance to the sun worship in pagan religions. So uh, here, what relation sun has to horse? Because the Proto-Indo-European civilization widely used horse as a means of transport, even as food. For everything, they depended on horse. In fact, to measure how rich one guy is, they used to count the number of horses he possessed. So horse is so important. Even in Hindu mythology, there are gods called Ashwini Devatas. Ashwini Devatas, they are twins. That is, and horse is called Haya in Sanskrit. Ha, yeah. Ha means number 8. In fact, H, the eighth letter of English alphabets is H, and H is called Ha in Sanskrit. And yeah is basically generally referred to as a lord. So the lord of the horses, and horses were so important in the PIE, Proto-Indo-European civilization, and we wonder why it was so. So just now I explained why these are all pagan religions which worship sun. So naturally, horse, which is associated with sun, was given so much importance. But the basic scientific reason why sun is associated with horse, even the highest of the yagas, the rituals in Vedic period was Ashwamedha Yaga. Ashwamedha Yaga means it involves a horse and horrible rituals, of course, but still, horse was given the highest importance. So, a few days back, I came across. I was just researching this, and I was looking for the number of chromosomes of each animal, and to my surprise, I found that horse had number of chromosomes 64. 64 chromosomes horse has. And what is 64? If you follow my videos, 64 is 4 cube or 8 square. 8 square, let us say 8 square, 8 is ha, that is horse, and Ashwini Devatas are twins. So 8 into 8 is 64. So sun, who is 64, literally is represented by horse. Horse, whose chromosomes are 64, naturally represented sun. 8 into 8, the twins. And now coming to unicorn. Unicorn, the Indus Valley civilization, the most glaring symbol of Indus Valley civilization is a unicorn unicorn rhinoceros. Rhinoceros which has only one horn on its nose. So why it became the symbol of Indus Valley civilization? Because 64 is the number of chromosomes of horse. The number of chromosomes of rhinoceros, that is unicorn rhinoceros, not the ordinary rhinoceros. Ordinary rhinoceros, the number of chromosomes is 82, whereas the number of chromosomes of unicorn rhinoceros, that was the symbol of Indus Valley civilization, is 81. 81 is nothing but 9 square. So instead of 8 square for horse, that is Ashwini Devatas, Indus Valley had 9 square, meaning twins. These twins were represented by rhinoceros. So Indus Valley civilization can be, and when I explain this, I think it won't be amiss to mention another fact that so far earlier we had 9 planets and sun, sun and moon, but now we have only 8. They said the ninth planet is not a planet, it is a planetoid, which is true, which is half truth, but there is a ninth planet also. NASA discovered ninth planet, which is pulling Neptune and the outer planet, 2 planets of Neptune and Uranus. It is pulling them away, and the planets and the asteroids are behaving weirdly beyond Neptune. We all know that there's a ninth planet now. So that ninth planet was the basically when Indus Valley civilization was there, that my ninth planet was also part of our system. So the people of Indus Valley civilization were from that ninth planet. And later in Sumerian mythology, the Sumerian god Marduk. Marduk kills the Tiamat. Tiamat and Abzu were the original father and mother. Abzu was the pure water, Abzu was the father, and salt water, Tiamat was the mother. So Marduk killed Tiamat, killed in the sense he cut her into 2 parts. With one he made heavens, and with other part he made the earth. So the part he cut off was the heaven, which made heaven was this ninth planet, I think. And the 8 planets that we have in our solar system, these comprise, along with sun, our solar system. And there is another planet out there which was cut off from us, basically dividing heaven and earth, heaven and our solar system. So that is the rhinoceros, which is 81, which has 81 chromosomes. 81, when it becomes becomes 81 is not stable because it's a square. So to become a basically stable element, it needs to be 82. So a planet which has qualities, characteristics of element lead, of atomic number 82, is out there in the outermost orbit. That planet could uh, could not be seen. Basically, we have the clouds that what do you call ice cloud we have, right? uh, Between beyond Neptune we have an ice cloud. So that ice cloud covers this planet and we can't see that planet. But there is definitely possibility that there is a ninth planet, and it if it is there, it will have the characteristics of lead, element lead. I always, if you refer to my previous videos, I explain how these planets formed. 1 square plus 1, 2 is Mercury, like that. If you go on expanding, then ninth planet would be 9 square plus 1. So that 9 square is 81, 81 plus 1 is the ninth planet. So I don't know how many find this interesting, like me, but I'm damn sure there's a whole lot of truth to that. So it's getting too long, so let's call it a day, and we'll meet some other time with some other more interesting subject. Okay. So remember that there's not big difference between the Saturnia, Saturnia and Neptune. You can say Saturnia is sixth planet, and so Saturn is the sixth planet, and Neptunia is the eighth planet. So these all these are pretty much within our solar system, and we need not fight each other on these things. What we should remember is we should progress and evolve further beyond these 8 planets, and not fight between ourselves, among ourselves. Okay, so anyway, I always preach the good things, but very few pay attention. Anyway, but it's my duty, I feel. So I teach. Let's meet some other time. Bye for now.